Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Zymox, and I'm your chief show attendant. On behalf of the two hosts and the rest of the crew, welcome aboard Weird Wednesday Flight number 13, non-stop, from your current location to parts unknown. Our flight will be of about 2 hours, and we'll be flying at the speed of sound. At this time, make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position, and that your seatbelt is currently fastened. Enjoy the ride.
What's up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to another Weird Wednesday. How's it going, Jamie?
It's going.
It's going.
It's going.
Got some people in the chat room tonight. Yeah, felt weird not being with Jason Sunday night.
I know, and it might be next week too.
Speaking of Jason, he's in the chat room. What's happening?
And we did say he was able to slow it down, but I haven't heard any updates, so I'm not sure. We might still have one more week, but
Yeah. I got my old phone going here to run the ghost box, and it's like ding, 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 ding.
maybe we'll have be able to get a game night out of it.
Yeah.
Maybe we can stream, well, it's the basement. You can't go down there. I guess you can't go down there. You can still play the game.
Yeah. Yeah, not a whole lot weird been happening this week. Well, weird stuff's been happening, not paranormal weird stuff, but just regular weird stuff around here. But how about you? Anything strange happen?
Yeah, I forgot. Are you going to show any of that?
Oh,
like the
crap.
shadow?
I forgot all about that.
That's what I thought you're talking about. We were going on around here like, yeah, you are.
Yeah, I forgot all about that one. I'll have to, God, I don't even know where I have it now. Jeez, I totally spaced on that one. Cool. The last minute show is better than no show.
Yeah. Oh,
Or who knows?
crazy.
What was that?
We had something crazy happen in San Jose out here.
Which one was that? You're breaking up on my end. I don't know if it's just me or what.
Nope, I see it on mine too, and I am on Chrome. The goats that ran wild through the San Jose neighborhoods.
Oh, yeah.
I sent you a little
Yep.
video of that, and I took just screenshots of the articles because
Yeah.
it's Mercury News, and
I printed mine out just because, yeah.
every 2 seconds it tells you you've only got 90 seconds left before you have to subscribe, and we
Yeah.
use cookies. And San Jose is about 40 minutes from here, 35 minutes. But apparently, no longer content to shelter in place, roughly 200 goats busted out of their enclosure and briefly ran loose through a San Jose neighborhood Tuesday evening. And Rob's going to put up a video of what this actually looks like. Zach captured the chaos on camera. When I got back from the store, all the goats had broken through the fence and were wreaking havoc on our street, he said in a Twitter post. That included a video of the goats being rounded up. This is the craziest thing to happen all quarantine. The goats came from an enclosure on a hill in the Silver Creek neighborhood. They are brought in once a year for a few days to clear the hillside brush. We had a tractor try to cut all the weeds a few years ago, hit a rock, sent the whole hill on fire. The goat jailbreak occurred around 5:30. He said the goats are rounded up relatively quickly, but not before they munched on potted plants and other typically off-limits vegetation. They also left a conspicuous trail of droppings.
Yeah, like how they're stopping on the way, like, ooh, let me taste this. Oh, let me check this out.
Like a buffet.
Oh, roses, let me grab a few of these.
Chaos, Brolins wrote in a separate post that included pictures of the aftermath. Oh, I wonder what that looks like. Pure chaos. The incursion came as an amusing distraction to the residents. So, yeah, that's not something you see every day in your neighborhood.
Yeah, that's for sure. That happened to me in Costa Rica one time. It wasn't goats, it was cows. But yeah, I was like, I woke up one morning like super early, like before the sun even came up, and I heard all this rumbling that was like in this little cabina place, and I woke up and I heard all it sounded like a stampede or whatever, and I woke up and like groggily like walked to the front door and opened it, and there was like 100 cows like going right across the front porch. It was like a nightmare. I mean, normally it wouldn't have been scary, but it was like I'm not awake, and like this herd of cows was literally going like 5 feet in front of my front door, like just endless amount of cows.
Like your brain can't register what's happening.
I was like, what the hell is
Am I awake? Am I asleep? Am I still drunk?
Yeah. I say it wasn't scary, but if I had like walked out into the middle of them, I'd have probably gotten trampled.
You're like rubbing your eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a full-on Twilight Zone. I could imagine looking out your, suburban neighborhood kitchen window and seeing several hundred goats like parading by, eating your rose bushes.
You're like doing the dishes, like, oh, my prized begonias.
Yeah. What in the hell? Oh, man. What's your next one you have?
Well, this one, San Francisco. This is something I heard about like a few weeks ago or a week ago, and I wasn't sure if they're still doing it or not. But San Francisco has been giving free alcohol, tobacco, and marijuana to addicts that are quarantined in hotels. So this is what's going on in San Francisco right now. They're using private donations to deliver alcohol, tobacco, and medical marijuana. Oh, before I go on, Fox News did a thing like 3 days after going, well, homeless numbers just jumped 300%, like within a few days. We really need to build some more shelters so these people can get off the street and take a shower. We're like, dude, did you not pay attention to the fact that they're giving away free alcohol and pot?
Yeah.
It's like everybody's in line in their tent, like waiting for concert tickets now. So,
Hey, how we down on 5th and Main.
yeah. So they're delivering alcohol, tobacco, and medical marijuana to a few dozen people dealing with addiction as they isolate and quarantine in city-leased hotel rooms during the pandemic, officials confirmed Wednesday. There's about 270 mostly homeless staying in hotel rooms to recover from COVID-19 or to wait out possible exposure to the virus. Nearly a dozen people have received alcohol, and more than 24 have received tobacco. City officials said that the private donations pay for the items, helping manage nicotine, opioid, and alcohol cravings ensures that recovering people don't go out and possibly infect others. They don't want, for one thing, people probably going crazy and breaking into a liquor store. Dr. Colfax, the public health director, said the harm reduction approach is widespread and based on decades of sound public health policy. Our focus needs to be here on supporting them, he said, the people who are isolating under quarantine. For people experiencing alcohol withdrawal, the Department of Health calculates the minimum amount needed and delivers them with meals. Do you see right now? Come on. Just come on. There's people that really, really need help. I mean, that aren't getting help, and other people are getting like way taken care of.
Yeah.
I mean, you get your meals, you get some pot, and you get your food and some alcohol with it. Most of these people aren't homeless, though, because of actually becoming homeless. It's because they're on opioids and things like that, and they don't want to go into shelters and live by the rules and the laws.
Yeah.
And it just pisses me off when I know a lot of people who are homeless and really trying hard, and they're not really getting any help at all.
Yeah. I mean, there's several people here, known street people here that they don't want to go. Yeah, night, Jason. Hope your basement issue gets resolved soon. If I was there, I'd come help you. But it's a long drive. Sorry, dude. But yeah, there's a bunch of people here that they're known street people, and they've been offered to go in shelters here. But to go in a shelter here, you kind of have to have your shit together a little bit, not be all strung out,
Yeah.
drinking and doing drugs and stuff. And they don't, they'll get picked up, they'll get taken to the shelter, they get out, and they don't even go in. They don't want anything to do with it, and it's a bed. It's 3 meals a day, but there's some rules, and they don't want to abide by the rules. They just want to be street people.
You don't want to have like their things checked, because you get your bags checked, and you have to be in at a certain time. You have to be sober.
I get the whole addiction thing very well, and but you got to make a choice sooner or later. Well,
yeah, and it makes it easier for people not to have to try when they can have a hotel room and just get high for free.
Yeah, exactly. I get there's people here that there's people everywhere, not just here. I don't mean to sound like it's just here, but there's people everywhere that legit need help.
Yeah,
it just sucks when it gets funneled the wrong way.
Exactly, and there's just so many people that are taking advantage of it.
And there's a lot of people that need help, especially in today's times, that legit need help, but they don't want to ask for it.
That's true. So that's what's going on out here in our San Francisco, Pelosi's neighborhood.
Yeah.
We do have something from Hayward, though. I gave you the mug shot to this.
Yep.
Genius. When I say I'm going to Hayward every so often. This is where this happened. A Hayward man was arrested after guzzling wine from a moving tanker. Barefoot and wearing only underwear, he leaped. Although it was moving. When I first read this, I thought they caught him like siphoning up. I didn't know he actually jumped on it.
Wow.
Barefoot and wearing only underwear, he leaped onto the truck on Highway 99. Gabriel Marino, 39, was booked on suspicion of felony vandalism and misdemeanor driving on a suspended license after Tuesday's odd incident. It began when he pulled his car alongside a Cherokee Freight Line's tanker truck and signaled the driver to the side of the road. I didn't read this first. California Highway Patrol Officer Tom Olson told the news. Marino got out of his car barefoot and clad only in his underpants and a face mask.
Wow. Hey, at least he had a mask, right?
At least he's still abiding by, social distancing guidelines. And ran toward the back of the rig. The suspicious tanker driver decided not to engage with him and pulled back into northbound lanes on Highway 99. As the truck picked up speed, though, Marino was able to jump onto it. Oh, they recorded it on his truck camera. I didn't get that. So his camera shows him clinging to the ladder on this. I need to see this. Clinging to the ladder on the side of the tank and then crawling underneath it. The driver was already calling the highway patrol when he noticed a gauge showing the tank was losing its contents. Red wine. When the driver pulled over after a mile, his stowaway initially just declined to flee. He was lying on the ground and doing snow angels.
Holy crap.
Basically, as their wine was pouring down on him. So he's like this under the wine.
Wow.
In his underwear and I don't know if he still has the face mask. Then the CHP officers on the way to the scene started getting other reports of a running man covered in blood. That, of course, would be the wine. He didn't get far. He cooperated with the arresting officers. The escapade, which left about 1,000 gallons of wine on the road, according to the dude, earned Marino a night stay in the Stanislaus County Jail in Modesto. But wait, there's more.
Oh, geez.
The following day, a ruckus in the parking lot outside the jail that caught the attention of law enforcement officers. Marino had just been released on the state's zero bail order, and he was not happy about it. In particular, he was upset at not getting a sandwich while in jail, said an account on the Stanislaus County's Facebook page.
No sandwich in jail?
He had, I guess that's it. They just reported on the Facebook page. So, yeah, he was upset he didn't get a sandwich.
Well, at least you got something to drink.
Mm-hmm. Dude, we got to find the video of him actually clinging onto this thing, though.
Yeah.
Because I want to see him, like, hanging from the ladder. Wait, I sent you the article. Okay. On the Mercury News, the one about the guzzling wine, there's a hyperlink. Let me see.
See if I can pull it up.
It says, stupid coronavirus crap. I might be able to send it to you. All this crap's like opening and opening. Okay. I'm sending this to you on Messenger and then see if you can open it.
All right.
The guy, he's like driving and all of a sudden his like light comes on. It's like you can see his wine contents draining down. See, there's some crazy stuff in California. It just doesn't always get reported.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially with like everything being corona now. We don't hear anything that's happening in the world anymore unless it's got to do with the virus. Like all this other stuff is just going like unknown.
Yeah. All right, let me see if I can pull this up.
Look at his face there. He's like, when am I getting my sandwich?
I was thirsty. Yeah. Am I getting peanut butter or bologna? What's the deal?
Okay, yeah, it's the top video on that link. Do you see it?
The wine tasting on the go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God, he is. You can see him on the ladder. This is when Jason needs to hit the drugs are bad.
Yep, drugs are bad. Okay, I think I got it here.
I did not proofread that first. I thought just enough of what I had seen was like gonna be good enough. Yeah.
Hey.
And when the vino gushed out, he started guzzling.
CBS 13, Steve Large is along Highway 99 with the video you'll only see on CBS 13.
This suspect just uncorked what may be the wildest ride of any wine heist ever. The dashcam video from a tanker truck hauling bulk red wine on Highway 99 through Modesto first shows the suspect in a sedan putting his hazard lights on, directing the truck to the side of the highway. The truck driver pulls over, believing he may have a mechanical problem, only to see the man in the sedan get out, only wearing underwear. He runs to the passenger side of the truck and out of view. As the truck driver pulls back onto the freeway, another onboard camera captures that suspect jump back into view, then on the back of the wine truck. With
How did he know we're in it?
He rides on the side of the tanker. The video then shows him climbing underneath the truck as it hits freeway speeds. That's when the driver noticed the dashboard gauge showing he was losing fluids, hundreds of gallons of red wine. He called the CHP.
I listen to radio. I've listened to thousands and thousands of calls. This one's up there in the top 10.
The truck driver found the suspect, Gabriel Moreno, now under arrest, in an unusual position. Moreno had unscrewed a valve underneath the truck as it was moving up Highway 99. That sent the tanker's wine gushing and Moreno gulping as much as he could.
This individual was able to release the wine from under the tanker, and he placed himself underneath the tanker in such a manner. The best way to describe this is somebody doing like snow angels.
99 red wine heist, big and bold, with a finish in handcuffs.
This individual got exactly what they were looking for immediately.
By the way, the trucking company says they weighed their tanker after this was all over and found that they'd lost about 1,000 gallons of wine, most of it ending up on Highway 99. That's enough to fill about 5,000 red wine bottles.
Wow.
Damn. I want to see the snow angels.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you never know. You never know.
I would have thought he was gonna try to jack me if he like popped the trunk like that. Like, what was in his trunk that he at first was gonna do?
Yeah, maybe he had a bottle.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
In there.
Like, was this premeditated? Like, I mean, out in Fresno and Clovis, you know, they have all the. I mean, we have all the wineries out here too in Livermore, but you know, you can tell the hazardous material, you know, like what's in some of them. But I'm just wondering, like, and he planned all this and just decided to do it unclothed because it'd be what, cleaner?
I got nothing. I don't know. I like Jennifer's comment though. Red, red wine. Should have had that theme song playing.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, well, my stories, I only have a couple, but they're not near as funny as that. Let me pull up my stuff here. Yeah, I've always been interested in like, fossils and bones and stuff like that. And I thought this was kind of interesting. A 10-meter long Megaraptor was unearthed in Patagonia recently.
No way.
Paleontologists have discovered the fossil remains of a huge raptor dating back 70 million years. The Earth's not that old, man. Apparently it is. The gargantuan carnivore, which was found, imagine stuff like this running around in our world. I always look at emus and ostriches thinking, thank God those things can't fly. But anyway, the gargantuan...
And like alligators and stuff.
Yeah, alligators are bad enough. If they could fly, though, that'd be really trippy. Or if alligators were just like
dragon
30 feet long. It was found in the site southwest of the province of Santa Cruz, and it was unearthed by a team from the Bernardo Rivadavia Museum of Natural Science. We found a very large specimen, a new Megaraptoid, which were formidable carnivore dinosaurs because they had a set of giant ass teeth and claws for hunting. Basically, didn't say that, I just added that. It was amazing. Unlike Tyrannosaurus rex, the Megaraptors were fast animals, more prepared for running at high speeds with long tails that allowed them to maintain balance. At the same time, they had powerful and long legs that were able to take long steps. A group of dinosaurs known as Megaraptors were first identified in 1996 and were thought to have thrived during the Cretaceous period up until the extinction event that wiped out the dinosaurs. They were fast, large, and particularly lethal. The main weapons of the Megaraptors were their arms because they were extremely long and powerful.
They just could have run up and just snatch it.
Yeah. Ending in basically a big claw on their thumbs, which have a sharp edge that reach 40 centimeters in length. This is why this animal could inflict deep and serious hurts on any of its prey. Yeah, I wish they had a whole picture of what they found. This is the only one that I could find so far.
Could you imagine finding that? Oh my gosh. So many times, we've gone like digging, for things like that. I found a dead horse once, though. It was like I found the rib cage. I'm like, oh, I found a dinosaur.
Yeah.
No, it was a horse. But yeah, I've always wanted to find dinosaur bone.
Yeah, that would be cool. Unfortunately, here in Florida, I'm not going to find any dinosaurs, but we can find huge shark teeth. Actually, a friend of mine, my friend Johnny, that plays guitar in one of my bands, he when I helped him a few weeks back move his RV trailer camper thing, whatever, to its new spot. It's a little RV neighborhood thing, whatever, RV park. I don't know what they're called. Anyways, they had brought in like all this like gravel, hard pan stuff to, put in the little driveways and streets and stuff where all the trailers are parked. And his neighbor came over and he was like, yeah, man, I just walked out here the other day and found this big ass megalodon tooth, right?
No.
So yeah, they, a lot of the fill dirt and stuff. There's places here in Florida you can just go walk in the dirt roads and find shark's teeth out in the middle of nowhere, like way far away from the ocean.
You have a megalodon tooth, don't you?
Yeah, got a couple of them. I got a big one. Haven't moved all that stuff over here yet. That's what I was talking about earlier, was moving all my stuff in here. Haven't done it yet because I took a nap because I was exhausted. I don't know why I'm tired, but yeah, I am. The other one that I have, I think I have a little video. And it's not new news. Well, it is new news, but it's old news at the same time. And it's about UFOs.
Jennifer says, there's dinosaurs. Just go to Washington.
Yeah, exactly. I'll read this one and also play the video after I get done with it. Newly declassified documents contain specific details of the unidentified objects encountered by the U.S. Navy pilots. A lot of people may have seen, the Tic Tac videos and this and that, the ones that Tom DeLonge released or leaked or whatever happened there. But last month, U.S. Department of Defense took the unexpected decision to formally declassify and release 3 video clips of unidentified objects reported by U.S. Navy pilots. Now, thanks to the Freedom of Information Act, requests the Naval Safety Center, 8 hazard reports providing additional details of these encounters have been finally made public. Not just leaked, but officially made public. 7 of the reports involve FA-18E Super Hornet and detailed incidents that took place 2013-2014 off the coast of Virginia and North Carolina in a region known as W72 Warning Area. Wonder why. The 8th report details a separate incident from 2019 involving an EA-18G Growler. One of the most interesting aspects of these encounters is that the UAP's unidentified aerial phenomena were fairly small, closer in size to a drone than a manned aircraft. One of the pilots stated that the object encountered in November 2013 had approximately a 5-foot wingspan and was colored white with no other distinguishable features. Another in June 2013 was described as white in color and approximately the size of a drone or missile. None of the pilots were able to determine who or what was flying these objects. The Navy, however, noted that they did not pose a significant mid-air collision threat. On March 26, 2014, another pilot reported an encounter with a metallic object which was small in size, approximately the size of a suitcase, and silver in color. He got within 1,000 feet of it, but was unable to positively determine the identity of the aircraft. As for nature and origins of these objects, nobody seems to know. And these are the video. This is the video.
My gosh. We're going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots to the west. Look at that thing, dude.
Okay, he just said the wind was 120 knots out of the west. And I've been researching drones a lot and been around them. And I know there's big drones, but I don't know any that can fly
Withhold that.
in that kind of way.
No.
Unless it's from another world.
That's not how that stuff is it? It's not. Well, if there's another thing, it's rotating.
You can see how fast the thing's hauling ass right here, too. They're having a hard time catching it with their tracking software.
Yeah.
Only locks on, though.
No, I took an auto card. Okay. Oh my gosh, dude. Wow.
They sound like frat boys.
Yeah.
Yep. Just desensitizing people to it.
Yeah. I like, the clips were not released until now. Now they say they're real now. But yeah, I don't know. It's a weird, if they just came out, well, I mean, they have come out and said, yeah, aliens exist. We're not alone. That's basically what they said. They didn't say aliens exist. They said we're not alone. But yeah, I think desensitizing people, people hear that. And I mean, I believe there's aliens. I've always thought, it's too egotistical to think we're the only intelligent life in the universe. So I've always kind of believed in whatever, aliens, extraterrestrials, whatever you want to call them. But a lot of people just have like blinders on to that, and even though they hear it, they still don't believe it.
Yeah, and then you see the way people panic, like as soon as they start catching on to things, like how quick like things happen. You don't want a bunch of people all at once to be like, oh shit, really? They are real? Like, let me go buy all the toilet paper.
Yep, exactly. Exactly.
Most people can't handle it, and if they already think a certain way, they close things off normally because they can't really handle wrapping their mind around things that isn't just black and white.
Yeah.
So then they can't grasp like these concepts. They just can't process it.
Yeah.
And then when they're shocked into it, it's like, oh shit, their whole,
Yep. Yeah, I started watching this show. Well, I watched the whole series. Well, I watched most of the whole series. I slept through part of it. I took a nap. I've taken more naps in the last 3 weeks than I've taken in my entire life, I think. But what was it called? Another Life, something like that. Has anybody seen that? Yeah, it was. I don't know. Started out kind of, but it got better. So hopefully there'll be another season of it. Yeah, a lot of people didn't believe it. And, I don't know, just because they say they're real. I mean, nobody still, well, is that proof? Videos? Unfortunately, the way the world sucks nowadays is you can't believe anything you see or hear unless you see it for yourself, just because there's something on the internet. I was gonna play this video that I found of a guy that used a big drone, like a big drone, and they showed how they can use a drone and make a video of a girl laying on her back, getting pulled up in the air.
Yeah.
They showed how they could make it, and it was actually pretty cool. It was just a really long video and blah blah blah. I may edit it and maybe play it next week, but it was kind of cool. Just showing how it can be faked to look pretty real.
There was a guy on TikTok just the other day that did one where it actually looked like he was being raised up like that off of his bed. And, I couldn't figure out, how'd you do that? But with his phone, he was able to, really look like the sheets got pulled off him and he, was being levitated and dropped out of the bed.
Yeah. Yeah. Weird. Yeah, Jennifer knows. Yeah, I don't have proof of anything. That's just what I believe. I don't think we're alone. I've never thought that we were alone. Even I remember being a little kid and just looking out at the stars, and the moon and this and that, and thinking, wonder who else is out there. I never thought, yeah, we're badass. We're the only ones here.
Yeah, how egotistical could you be to think for one thing, where aliens are, being intelligent life that lives on a planet. Aren't we intelligent life that lives on a planet? I mean, and then to think that we're the only ones, why are we so special? Come on.
Yeah.
The universe. You're not that special.
Yeah. And, yeah, we have intelligent life on this planet. We have a lot of dumbasses too. But, and, I'm not excluding myself from the dumbass category. I've done plenty of dumb shit. But, but as smart as we are, if there's other aliens, hybrids, extraterrestrials, whatever you want to call them, if they're able to come here and visit us, maybe they're a little bit smarter than we are because we ain't figured it out yet.
Yeah, we're not visiting them.
They may be a little more advanced, and even the people that were here on Earth, building pyramids and doing this and doing that. I think a lot of them were more advanced than what we are nowadays because we still can't figure out how to do what they did. So,
Totally.
intelligent life or just life?
Well, do you want to roll that video? We're going to do a Voices from Beyond tonight for a woman. She's not missing, but she was murdered, and it's one of those cases where, they don't know who did it. They have some suspicions who it might be, and the news article will, go over it. And so I'm not running my box tonight, but Rob's going to run his. And then, we're just going to ask some questions surrounding it and then listen to see if it brings up anything, relevant to this case that we're going to play. This is one that was suggested to us, right, in the chat.
Yeah.
So, yeah, see, he gets, if that's him, just living his life, new wife, and a lot of cash.
A pocket full of cash. Yeah. It's one thing to be like with somebody on and off, and then you see him going out with somebody else and you get jealous. And then you add in that, oh yeah, he's got this other life with another woman, and that he's apparently been with for quite some time. And then, if you're so upset about your your significant other being killed, and then you get married, not very long afterwards.
Body's, not cold yet.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
there's a lot of motive there.
Exactly.
And of course, it's all alleged, but in order, to beat someone like that, that's that's very personal. Hands, on somebody, it's just somebody that had to be very close in her life to have that kind of rage. That's overkill.
Yeah.
And he seems to, have the most motive for this. So I'm curious, if the box will say anything regarding, what we just listened to, and say his name at all. Spirits, we're going to be asking about, Rachel, and if you can help, if the guides can help connect us with any answers or information. Someone might, hear this and something might help get the person responsible what they deserve. I feel like the police, from some other things I was reading, know more than they're able to say.
Yeah.
Like, they just don't have evidence to connect the guy, which means he'll go free forever. And then what I worry about is the woman he's with now.
Yeah. Yeah, wait till he, gets tired of her and finds somebody else, and the next thing you know, she'll be missing.
Yeah, or beating her death on her floor.
Not until he gets a good life insurance policy, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got to be able to, cash roll the next, time around.
Yeah, exactly.
And as a, domestic abuse survivor, seeing people get away with this type of thing really, really upsets me.
Yeah.
And it's really important to get justice for, this poor woman that had to have her life ended like that.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's bad enough, if it happens to somebody just randomly out on the street, walking to the store or leaving a club or whatever. But, it's even like worse when it's somebody that you trust,
And sleeping with the enemy.
Yeah.
Like, you lock the doors to keep the enemy out, but when they're inside with you.
Yeah, exactly.
So right now, too, quarantine, there's a lot of people that are, having to be in their house with people that they'd like to not be stuck in the house with.
Yeah, I mean, we've had 2 recent things here, that have been covered. And, one of them was a guy shot his friend. I haven't heard what it was about, but shot his friend, then shot himself. And then the other one just, a week ago, the guy that I was telling you about last week that boarded himself in the house after he shot his girlfriend in the car, then ran in the house, and they sat out there for 3 hours shooting gas and flashbangs and everything else, and thought he was gone, and then found him hiding under the crawl space in the house, drug him out. But yeah, a lot of people, especially being stuck in, out of work and being stuck at home, a lot of people have been freaking out lately for sure.
And kids who can't go to school, I worked for low income and at-risk kids. School was the only place where they had stability and safety.
Yeah.
And then to have to be home with maybe parents that aren't, so cool.
Yeah.
So what are we going to fire up for this one?
I got the Spiritus on board.
Let me grab my juice. 2 seconds.
Right. Cool. I'm bringing this thing up. Yeah. I got to go out last weekend and actually play music. And Debbie, who, if she's still here in the chat room, I don't know if everybody saw her live stream of our show, but she surprised me by showing up at our show. And it was really cool. She kept threatening to come up this way. There she is. So yeah, it felt really good just to be able to get out. We hadn't played live in like a couple of months, and it was almost like being in a new band because we hadn't actually had that live thing. We've had a couple of rinky-dink practices, but hey, we were all like not totally on our game, but it felt good just to get out of the house, go somewhere, and then play and actually have an audience and people participating. So it was that's like my big escape.
That's awesome.
And yeah, I'm sitting there like fiddling with chords and stuff, and I look up and there's Debbie standing there. I looked up at her and I was like, she looks familiar. Holy shit, wait a minute. I do know her.
Son, yours.
It's time.
It's time.
Mendezich. Scratch.
Scratch?
Yes. Loose.
It's Crystal. This.
Can the spirits confirm who we're talking? Do you know who we're asking about tonight? The name of the woman we were talking about?
Gentle. Over time.
What did we walk in on?
Yeah.
Keeps like snorting.
Loud enough for everybody to hear?
You're on. Beautiful. No. Yeah.
Do you know that we're asking about Rachel?
Comfort. Relax. And then one.
When I was saying at first about the hair wet, that was probably when they first walked in. That was probably what you're thinking. Like, why is your hair? But it was probably blood.
Yeah.
I thought about that once we started watching it.
One.
I thought I heard Crystal also,
Yeah.
or
Fun.
Crystal's. Wanda.
The queen.
Whose grandma's name was Wanda? Not Jason. Whose grandma was Wanda?
My aunt's name is Wanda.
Oh yeah, Wanda. Yeah, okay.
The most sorry.
Like I said, was wild and
Can the guides help us and tell us who killed Rachel, the girl we were watching the video about? Who killed her?
me too.
Do you know who did it?
Beyond sea to my plan. Everyone so that
Where's your name?
God did it. I didn't do it.
Was it her boyfriend?
I'm hearing Ursula.
Who knows what happened to her?
I swear I heard it say 23 years in a whisper.
Thank you. Just about to use.
Was she killed for life insurance?
Angel Michael. Beautiful. Death. Okay. Early is necessary.
I don't know if they hear me.
Angel Michael.
Angel Michael?
Yeah, I've heard that twice now.
Yes. Prop.
Nice. I'm just gonna.
Did it say in that article or anything how old she was?
I don't remember.
Yeah. Be interesting if she's 23.
Yeah.
One.
Nope. I'm straight next. This is nice. No. Run.
Good night, Zach. Thank you for hanging out.
needs are met.
Meetings.
Perfect. Deal.
Okay,
Red.
you heard strain her neck.
Animal.
What about an animal? Cat? They say cat?
Yeah.
Or was the man like an animal? If it was a man. I'm gonna look this up. You guys are gonna have to see my like POV of me typing face for a second.
Troop.
It is.
Probably not. Through the playing to my
33.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Was it 23 or did they say 33? I don't know. I thought I heard 23.
I'll have to go back.
fun.
I wish I knew what the guy's last name was. Like, if they say it, I won't even know. Like, maybe they won't say Jason, but
The Smith.
yeah, Rob will ask questions too.
Red.
Which was
Good. Ciao.
Single man. Gay.
Your hair red.
Your ends.
What?
A little
The most.
way.
Exactly.
Cheeky.
Smart. Smart.
Of your
Yeah, I've heard Ursula a few times too.
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you want to ask like some of the same? Oh yeah, red like blood.
Yeah. Did you finish yours?
Hmm.
Did you finish your question?
Oh yeah, I was yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, basically, it's just here on this one. It's not trying to find a body. It's like who done it.
That's too.
You know, and then ask also if she's got any messages, like anything that she wants to say or anything that'll help, like any clues that'll help law enforcement.
Spot.
I think like 13 seconds.
Okay, spirits, can you tell us what happened to Rachel?
is
What? Just do.
as each and
And it's gonna go in and
I shouldn't say what happened to her. We know what happened to her. Can you tell us why it happened to her?
you know the quick
For you.
fun. Sustenance that
Heal.
rest. So me.
No. No. See. Idea. So from
I just dropped a bunch of stuff.
Did Rachel know that she was in danger?
To my
Special.
I think she was just found on her floor
Yeah.
in her kitchen. Unless that was something in her.
Yes.
There was another person they mentioned in another article. Like she had just seen him. I think I wrote on the back of my notes. Oh, Sean Smith, if that name comes up. He's a longtime friend. He helped with home repairs the weekend before she was killed. So that's another person that she would have let into the house if he knocked, that she'd have her back turned, feel comfortable enough to have her back turned when they could. I feel the whole life insurance thing and all that,
Yeah.
it makes me feel like the other guy. But if we hear anything about Sean Smith, or if you want to ask if that friend had anything to do with it, because that is another possibility who'd seen her recently.
I've already.
Can the spirits tell us if Sean Smith had anything to do with what happened to Rachel?
Promise. Don't come. Yes. Then the fire.
Relax, such a now. Yes.
Did her on and off boyfriend Jason have something to do with what happened to her?
I would say anxiety.
Watching.
Or leave another day.
Funny.
Awaken. Give you up. Just because I'm close.
Fire. Watching.
Hi.
You
Well, that got him going.
Yeah.
Fine. Kiss.
Animal.
What?
Keep
The
fanning.
guy said it earlier. Wasn't it a man voice or was it a girl?
I can't remember.
I think it was a man. He's like animal, right?
Yes. Necessarily. You
What about an animal? Or was he killed her like an animal? This doesn't have banks, and there was another session not that long ago. Remember, and it's like animal.
Yeah.
on mom's side.
I don't know if that's related or
what?
something around you likes to talk about animals.
No.
Don't what?
Use to practice.
So if Rachel is here, or if any of the spirits can get her or ask her, does she have any messages that she wants to get out?
Hi.
You feel one. Hold.
Away. And guiding you. Water, chi, earth, and
Wolves.
that I don't ruin.
No.
If Rachel is here, can you tell us who killed you?
Arrows who read. Just now, let me.
What now the word going to the ominous flickering. What you feel?
The
From making around
Okay.
No.
I'm hearing someone feel it. Something bent. Did you feel it? Feel it, bitch.
Do the police know more than they are telling us, or more than they can say?
No.
I lean in when I'm trying to hear more when it's like on my head. Mhm.
Please.
Was that Jason? No.
I'll ask again, if Rachel's here, can you tell us who did this to you?
Wait.
For you.
What? When? Yeah.
Problems.
Is the person that did this to her still walking free? Is that a tapestry behind you? Your planets, or is that a?
Yeah.
I like that. I need some stars now.
With great feel.
I'll go with generic stars.
Really?
So if Jason did this, did he do it for the life insurance?
Just make me.
Please.
One.
You that. Wait.
Just thinking about.
Was he mad because she kicked him out?
Reason. 3 and 7. But what's gonna happen? So I'm just.
No one. And
That's back to 8 o'clock.
Daddy, you heard just kicked him out?
Yeah. Did he collect on the life insurance?
Save.
So. More.
Anything.
story.
Perfect.
Time for more time.
Turn.
It's done. Relax. Matt.
If Jason had something to do with it, did his other girlfriend have anything to do with it along with him?
Pamela Beers. Face your.
Close your eyes. Can you
Into the wall listening.
Mom's salon? Yeah, they're, yeah.
Moment. Throat.
No, yeah. Right here. Just
Who put the life insurance policy in his name?
So, 10.
Okay.
Help.
5.
In this situation.
When was
I just wondered, like, if the girlfriend knew about it or not. Like, if she was in on it, or if she.
So I'll ask again if Rachel is here or any spirits can know her. Can she tell us who did this to her?
See.
Say his name if you can. Or her.
Hang on, this is turning it in. Nope.
One.
Is there anything that will help authorities find out who did this?
Come on.
Red.
Thank you.
Don't know who the thank you was from, but
Yeah, that was a little weird.
we're just trying to help.
Already old now. I have your letters. Nice too.
Well.
Yeah, if Rachel was here, she can hear us. We're just trying to find out what happened to you. Who did it? To help you.
Close. Open.
Even peaceful. Are you at peace, Rachel?
Perfect.
Is Rachel at peace?
You too.
Please.
Such a
To the ends. Special. Circle.
We hope so.
Prop.
Sending lots of love and light to her soul and her spirit. I'm sorry that this had to happen to her. And we hope that whoever is responsible for this is held responsible for it.
All right, spirits. Thanks for chatting with us. Thanks for any information. We'll go back and listen to it. And we are going to take a short commercial break.
Yeah. Perfect. There you go. Further.
No.
And the room.
Say.
Constantly.
Rob.
Like Rob? Somebody asking you for help?
Maybe.
Would you like help, Rob? Or help Rob?
We're trying to help. We're trying to find out who did this to Rachel. All right. Thanks for talking with us. We'll be back momentarily.
Look at these little candles I got at the dollar store.
Ah, nice.
I use them for prayers. They glow.
Cool.
And for like little spell things. They make really good ritual candles.
Hold on.
This is Jason Bland, host of Midwest Paranormal Presents Paranormal Soup, where we stream live as a webcast every Sunday night, 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. Eastern, with guests who will blow your mind. Live ghost box sessions where you can call into the show to see if the spirits will talk to you, and the world wide web of weird with the latest in paranormal news and evidence. We're bringing the weird every Sunday night, 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. Eastern on our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Don't forget to follow and subscribe.
Do you like rock and roll? Do you enjoy a good story? Wish You Were Here, a rock fantasy, is a book inspired by Badfinger. It will not only entertain you, but intrigue you. What's it about? While Thomas is searching for his bandmate and friend in heaven, he meets an old friend and famous new ones in his afterlife voyage. Reader's favorite hails Wish You Were Here, a rock fantasy, as a whimsical, speculative novel by author Joyce Isaacson. Midwest Book Review said, Wish You Were Here, a rock fantasy, is a book inspired by Badfinger. It's a quirky story by Joyce S. Isaacson. It is a unique, original, and deftly crafted metaphysical novel that showcases the author's genuine flair for character and narrative-driven entertainment that is simply riveting from first page to last. Now available on pennantpublication.com. Also available on Amazon in paperback and hardcover. Also on Kindle Unlimited. So check it out now. Wish You Were Here, a rock fantasy.
The night is alive. Join us and take a walk on the weird side when you tune in to the Kingdom of Nye, hosted by Heather Wade, the finest in late night talk. Listen live free weeknights starting at 9 p.m. Pacific time at thekingdomofnye.com, talkstreamlive.com, and the Paranormal Radio app. Wanna take a ride?
All right, we're back. Is my mic working okay?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
You see, I found my little star light while we were
Oh, nice.
at a little dollar store. But you can't really.
Yeah, I got my little moon back there. I got to find the cord for it since I moved all my crap. I thought this was the cord, but it's not.
Yeah, Azriona, if you're the one that referred the Rachel Galbraith, then that's the one we were just doing. Somebody had brought it up in chat when we asked last week about it.
Yeah, we got a few sort of lined up.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be interesting to go back and listen to that one and see if there's anything in there. I heard several things. Yeah, like Lori said, lots of responses. It'll be interesting to find the guy's last name and see if that's actually in there.
Yeah.
Want to take a ride? I know, that kind of creeps me out, Aaron. I don't know why. The way Heather ends her commercial.
Mm-hmm.
I just see some like crazed driver pulling up to a hitchhiker. Want to take a ride?
And the hitchhiker's like, no, I'm cool.
No, I'm cool. I like walking.
Yeah.
Cool. We got about roughly a half hour left. I want to do some cards.
Yeah. I'd love to do some cards. Oh. Yeah, we have another one. I think there's a name Jennifer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the other one that we have down. Otherwise, I'm not sure.
Get a little mood music going for the cards.
Yeah, I don't usually like to summons people, or I prefer just guides if they're able to connect with that energy, or they're able to gather this information however they do. To do it that way, I don't really like to summons
Yeah.
energy.
Yeah, there's a lot of strange folks out there in the world.
So would anybody like to have their cards read? Jennifer would like a card.
Which deck are you going to use tonight?
I'm going to use the new one. A special tarot fairy sent me some new decks. Wisdom Keeper's Oracle deck. The one that Rob used this one last week, right?
Yep.
With really, really pretty pictures.
How do you like that one special card in the deck? That one. Did you get that in yours?
That's in this?
Should be. Unless I got a different version. Yeah, all those cards have faces on them.
I thought I'd been through all of them. Oh, it's right in the...
Ah, there you go. Yeah, you look in that card and it puts your face on the card.
Oh, dang. That's a trip. What happens? Do you shuffle that in with them?
Oh, you can. Or
what happens if you pull it?
Yeah.
I just took off my protective film.
Ah, there you go.
I didn't even know. I didn't even see that. It must have stuck. And then, and I love the dragonfly key on the back. That is so cool.
Yeah.
And then the mystical shaman oracle deck, and this is just such a beautiful presentation all together.
Yeah.
Like it's got an actual book inside, like the guide. It's not just printed on, like a newspaper. It's like an actual book.
Yeah. Quite thick.
And again, gorgeous cards. And, just beautiful meetings. Jennifer, which would you like? Because I've only used this now. I pulled one for Tyler that night because he was on the phone when it came, remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Other than that, and then I think did I pull you a card?
Yep.
And I haven't done anybody else since then. I was saving it for tonight. Which one is that, Jennifer? This one? Yeah, I've got all this stuff out.
Oh, that Starseed Terra is really cool. I've been eyeing that one myself.
Oh, that's what you're getting? Oh, that's cool. You know, I was looking for some like that, Aaron. I wanted like the Rider White type deck, but I wanted it to be kind of like a witch, you know, pagan type of theme. And I found a couple that were really cool. They were like in like wooden cases and stuff, but they were so expensive. Hi, Katrina.
I've got this one we could do maybe next week or so. It's the modern Wiccan box of spells.
Oh, yes. Dude, you've been holding out on me.
Yep.
You haven't busted that out yet.
Nope. I got a bunch up here.
All right, Jen. I'm going to pull from... I want to do this, but this one keeps like calling to me right now. So we're going to use these ones. And you got Synergy. Synergy, though. I was like going through all the pictures the other night, like just tripping out on the artwork.
Yeah, artwork's really trippy in that one. I like that one. That what drew me to that deck was that I've never seen another deck really like that, you know, with just faces on them and a little different than everything.
Yeah, and every one is just unique and different. So the Synergy, ultimately any system that has been built on a foundation of fear will by its very nature crumble. I'm here to encourage you to take a leap and let go of your fears. Whether you are a member of a family or a leader in a business, look for the ways that fear still rules your life. Where are you territorial? Where are you holding on to power that would be better shared? The time has come on our planet to begin organizing ourselves differently than we've done before. Isn't that an understatement?
Yeah.
Competition is on its way out. Synergistic collaboration is on its way in. Though you may look at the world and understandably think that profitability is prevailing over goodwill, I come to reassure you that it isn't. Goodwill always wins in the end. And there's a lot of little extra stuff that goes with it that I'll take a picture and send to you so you can see if any of it resonates with you.
I was supposed to take a picture of Debbie's card last week and send it to her, and I didn't do it. I apologize, Debbie. I just never remembered that. I'm a dunce.
Ding, ding, ding.
Okay. Anybody else want a card? Yep, that was it. All right. Debbie wants a card. And Christina wants a card. I got to figure out which camera's working up here. Got the Taming the Wind card out of the Mystical Shaman deck. Yeah, what drew me to this deck was right away was the artwork in it for sure.
Which one?
In the Mystical Shaman deck. All right, what it says about this card. And I'll take a picture of it and send it to you this time. The essence. Here, the feather, a symbol that is used in clearing ceremonies for smudging, reminds you of the sacred commitment you make to your life. This is a symbol of consciously bringing the spiritual into the material, infusing the world with reverence and acknowledgement of the higher planes of existence that influence and animate all life. The feather is a symbolic reminder of deliberately entering into a partnership with the Great Spirit to co-create for the highest good for all. Invitation for this card. It's time to clear your energy, be present, and become conscious of how you communicate. This is a good time to write in a journal, put your thoughts into a cohesive form. Perhaps you need to actually do a smudging ceremony in your home or office, creating a sacred space to write about your dreams and desires. Just remember that when Taming the Wind appears as a symbol, it's time to honor the Great Spirit with reverence and respect. The medicine for this card is, it's time to clean up any misunderstandings with others, clear the air after disagreements, and allow others to share their side of things. You are called now to be a good listener. This is not a time to be right. It's a time for you to understand rather than be understood. Good things come out of restraint of tongue and pen. You will be surprised at how things get resolved when you allow for all sides to have value. And I'm going to take a picture of that right now. Since I do have a new phone that has a really kick-ass camera on it that works.
Let's see. And Joyce. Pulling for Joyce. And I'm going to use that same one you just did, the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. I'm starting to get that gamer wrist again, like from pub.
Yep.
For like holding my hand. I was like, why is my wrist? Oh yeah, the game.
Exactly.
The Ghost Dance. And I haven't read through this book yet to get like a idea of the meanings of these yet. I mean, I just kind of started reading the book. So the ghost dance. If you are trapped in a vicious cycle of nostalgia, mourning a lost youth or opportunities missed, it is time to make an altar for the ancestors. Collect a few photos, light some incense, offer sage, and open the windows of your house to release them to their destiny into the wind. Be wary of being snared in a relationship with someone from a past lifetime, as the people we loved or hurt have a way of reappearing in our lives. There's no learning for you there anymore. And then I'll send a picture of the card to you also and the other information that's on there.
Christina wants a card, and when I was shuffling, one of them popped out. So it is the spiral card.
Ooh. Is that the one I pulled for Tyler or you?
I don't think it was mine.
Then I think that's the one that I pulled for the first card.
All right, Christina, what it says is the essence of the card. From galaxies in the sky to diminutive shells on the beach, the spiral is found extensively in the natural world. Its shape and the form of a coiled serpent has been used since ancient times as a tool for growth and transformation. The spiral is a guide for entering deep into one's consciousness and unknown, and then extending far out into the heavens. It's crucial to surrender to its journey until the exhausted paradigm dissolves in the depths of the psyche and the energy is released to give birth to a new reality. The invitation to renew yourself, you must shed your old skin. You've already done this, so do not keep scraping away at the old, but welcome the soft new skin that is starting to grow. Break the habit of working on your faults all the time and let nature take its course. No, the new skin feels vulnerable and scary at times. Trust the medicine of the spiral as it guides your journey of renewal. And the medicine for this card is the spiral announces descent to the depths and a rebirth. Allow nothing to get in the way of this process. As the time is right and the forces of nature supporting you in this endeavor, using stories, stones, twigs, or yarn, build a spiral in the ground that is large enough to walk through, with at least 3 turns. Enter the spiral slowly. Once in the center, offer the earth the feelings or situations that you no longer want in your life. As you walk back the way you entered, feel recharged for your new journey. Again, that's the scroll card.
Was that Christina's?
Yep.
See, Aaron would like a card. This card just kind of came out. The Sweat Lodge.
Lots of weird things can happen in the sweat lodge.
Yeah. So if you look at the picture here, he's almost looks like he's walking into like a tunnel. A little bit of light. This is a time to journey inward into the dark and hidden places of your soul to reconnect with the ancient earth wisdom. You can also create a sacred and intimate space in the dark by lighting a candle. Observe what emerges and without judging it, invite it in to bring you its gifts. You are being offered an opportunity to shed and heal from the aspects of your life that you have outgrown. Do not worry that you will be consumed by the process. Life is offering you a second chance. Take it. Since this chance may not come your way again for a while, Mother Earth is calling you into her womb and inviting you to incubate as long as needed for a spiritual rebirth. Gift yourself time to be with your darkness, your fears, your pain, and your seeds of beautiful potential until you come out of the other side free, wise, and full of creativity. I like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like what I like doing under the moonlight, you know?
Yep. All right, I'll pull one for Joyce. Joyce got the Mystical Shaman card. Which is the name of the deck? Says, this is the symbol of a myth maker and storyteller who is neither made or defined by story. Instead, it observes it, evolves through it, perceives all aspects of it. In doing so, the mystical shaman represents the ability to dream a new story, a new myth, into being. He dances between worlds, wearing the cloak of the world loosely around his shoulders, and sings the world into being. He reminds us to be in the world and travel through it, but not to be defined by it or become attached to the experience. This is a symbol of true alchemy, for all elements of life have a spiritual aspect and a material one. When we remember this, all manner of miracles and manifestations are possible. Kind of weird talking about writing a lot, and Joyce is a writer.
Yeah.
When the mystical shaman appears, you're invited to consider the ability to live without attachment. You are called to create and dream your life, to act on an inspiration and divine impulse without fixating on the known story of success or achievement. You can impartially observe the stories to tell yourself and others. What if you could become a mystery to yourself? Who would you become? If you stop telling the tales that have defined you up until now, you do not have to live in a story that has roots in the past. What if there was a need to explain to you or anyone, not even to yourself, the way your most extraordinary life is to become a blank slate and allow the form of your dreams and desires to show up as it will? This is a sign of manifesting a life beyond your wildest dreams.
Just the way they explain it, even in like those type of terms,
Yeah.
is perfect.
Yeah, definitely a cool card.
as Rihanna was talking about, she messaged it to me. The one that we're talking about for next week.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you could say I collect decks too. I don't even know, at least 30. I just stopped counting. That way I don't have to like think about it.
Yep.
And go, holy crap, what am I doing? I just like them.
It's like when I had, my shoes. Oh, well, about 40, 50. I got over, let's say, just 250. All in the storage, but
Kind of like shoes.
I had a little shoe problem for a while.
Did you?
But I was like working in mortgage banking.
Yeah.
And so, I was like, having to like dress up every day for work, and I was all into my shoes and my accessories and everything, and way different by day than my way home from work.
Yeah, I think that's going to be my next deck. Is that well, there's 2 decks that I'm probably going to get next. I still need to get the Crystal Spirit Oracle deck. Colette's new, well, I don't know if it's her newest deck, but one of them. And I still want to get that Debbie Anderson deck.
Yeah, one of these days. She's got awesome. Which one? Because she's got 4 or 5.
Her newest one.
Okay.
I can't remember the name of it. I just pulled it up and was looking at it the other day.
I like the energy that she puts off, and I really think that the artists and like the people that do some of these decks and the cards that goes into it, kind of like ghost boxes, the builder and their intent goes into their box.
Yeah.
And with her cards, I just really feel like a lot of her is in these cards.
Yeah. That's cool.
Lori wants you to check Messenger.
It's like, which phone do I use? Which one?
For videos now, at least I have like a prop phone, so I don't have to just do this.
Yeah.
I have like my actual like other phone.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be a cool one. Yeah, Zariana, do you have the soul cards? Is that the ones with just a picture on them? No nothing? No explanation of anything? Just the pictures? Because if that's the ones, I have deck 1 and 2. And I like those cards a lot because it's totally intuitive. Is that the ones you're talking about? And yeah, Joyce, I took a picture of yours and I will send it to you. Yeah, Azariana, those are cool cards. I've been kind of wanting to use those on here as well. They're kind of like this, other deck that Jamie and me both have. The Wisdom Keepers deck. I mean, this, comes with a book, with explanations and everything, descriptions of the cards, but they're kind of unique in that they just have faces on them. So you can read them intuitively or go by the guide. But yeah, with those soul cards, there's nothing, just the cards, which makes them unique, kind of cool. Yeah, I got the first deck and I liked them so much. I was like, I got to have the second deck. And she keeps saying there's a third deck coming out. Haven't seen it yet. But whenever it comes out, I'll be getting that one too. Because I do really like those cards. That actually, speaking of that, let me see if I can. When I was doing a review on those cards, yeah, here's one. It's in the intro to the video, but that background is actually one of those soul cards.
Oh,
And,
the kid, the child?
yeah. So yeah, that deck has I definitely have some connections to those cards for sure.
Especially that particular card.
Yeah, especially, yeah. Yeah, I was just doing a review on them, and I had been told by, I don't know, 2-3 different psychics, you know, about this kid that was attached to me and blah, blah, blah. And as I'm doing the review, you know, I shuffled the cards. I was just flipping through them, and I figured, oh, I'll just do the last one. I'll say what I feel about the card. And yeah, that was the card with a little kid. So I was like, damn, I got to stop the video for a minute and reflect on this. It kind of shook me for a second.
I had a card like that last year. After something that I didn't do, that I was supposed to do, that I didn't want to do, back in January.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, the card like I pulled that night, like spot on. I was like reading it. I was doing like a stream, and I felt like a brick wall hit me in the face. I'm like, I had to stop it. Oh, my eyes twitching. I got that nervous twitch. Probably because I'm talking about. Yeah, but I like seriously got thrown off and stopped for a minute. Like, whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird sometimes, man. It's just like
Cool, John.
fully just gives you the truth, whether you want to hear it or not, you know?
So, yeah, in fact, I have a meme a gal on Instagram posted.
Yeah, just like Joyce said. I mean, this is a big stack of cards, you know? And I pull a card for Joyce, and she's, you know, it's talking about being a writer of stories. And there you go. She's a writer of stories.
The meme says, what I thought tarot would be like. I can see the past, present, and future so clearly. What it's actually like. Damn, I just got called the fuck out by a deck of cards.
Yep. Yeah, sometimes it's like, oh, man.
That truth that you might not want to hear.
Yeah, I didn't want to talk about that.
Like, dude.
Dude, seriously. But yeah, you know, you usually hear it because you need to, you know. Like the Ghostbusters said, face your fears.
I know it said that again tonight, but I like ignored it.
Yeah.
And then I noticed one of the cards mentioned that too, like facing fears that we read.
Yeah, I've seen that deck, Jennifer, and I that's another one. I like those weird kind of
the trick or treat ones you're talking about.
The creepy decks. Vintage.
Yeah, I want to check that out. I haven't seen that, but it sounds like something. They
actually had that. I don't know. It's been 6 or 8 months ago. They had it at Barnes and Noble, and I had it in my hand. I almost bought it, and I didn't. I like set it down, got sidetracked on something else. Oh man! Speaking of Barnes and Noble, the last time I was in there, you know, like all the stores have like started closing early and stuff, and Barnes and Noble here used to be up until 11 o'clock.
You actually still have one, like that you can go into?
Yeah. And I knew they closed earlier. You know, I thought they closed at 10 instead of 11. So I'm in there and I'm just in my own little world, like looking at tarot cards and looking at books and oracle decks. I'm in that section, that metaphysical section. And I'm just in my own little world. And I heard him announce, the Barnes & Noble Cafe will be closing in 5 minutes. And I'm thinking, yeah, guess I'm not going to get a coffee, whatever. Don't need one. Don't need to pay $7 for a cup of coffee. So I'm like doing my own thing. And I sat down and was reading a book. And I kind of thought for a minute, I'm like, damn, this place is a ghost town. There's like nobody here. And I go back to reading the book, and they got up and I'm walking down the aisle and this girl comes, down the side aisle and comes around the corner and I like scared the crap out of her. And she's like, whoa, what are you doing in here? And I'm like, looking at books. Why? Like, we closed like 35 minutes ago.
You got locked in the bookstore?
Yeah, I was just hanging out. I was locked in, just hanging out in the bookstore. I had no idea. I thought they were open until 10. And apparently they didn't see me because I was sitting over in a chair in the corner reading a book. I'm like,
how awesome would that have been if you would have got locked in and then known it like all night? Run rampant through a bookstore all night.
Just been sitting there. All of a sudden the lights go out. Could have happened.
Good times.
Yeah, I scared the crap out of her and she kind of startled me. And I was like, oh, man, I guess I should at least buy something, huh? And it was funny because she knew who I was because she works at one of the bars that I play at. And she's like, if I didn't know who you were, I'd be really freaked out right now. I know who you are.
If you know who I am, you should be really freaked out right now.
Really. You know what I do in my regular job, but you don't know what I do in my off time.
Oh, that's awesome, Joyce. Do you see what you wrote?
Ah, cool. Yeah, I'll send you that picture tonight after the show. Yeah, sometimes I get lost in a bookstore like that. So I bought I think I bought the Tattoo Tarot deck that night.
That was your purchase you did on the way out?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I was like, yeah, I probably ought to buy something now that I've just been in here for like the last few hours. And
like reading all your books for free.
Creeping in the corner on you. Exactly. Right. Well, cool. It's 2 a.m. I guess we're going to head out. Thanks, everybody, for being here, chilling with us.
We're not sure. We might have a surprise Paranormal Soup Sunday. We don't know what's going on with Jason's Basement yet, but
the saga of Jason's Basement. Next up on the new edition of Jason's Basement. Oh, man.
The drama continues.
Yeah.
This season on Jason's Basement.
Exactly. I'd be like, I don't know. I don't know. I live in Florida. I don't even know what a basement is. If you try to put a basement in the house here, I guarantee you it'll have water in it. Probably about
crocodiles swimming around.
Yeah, crocodiles. All kinds of creepy crawly stuff. All right. Thanks everybody for being here. Good times for sure. We will talk to you next week for another episode of Weird Wednesday.